Howdy, y'all. It's Bourbon Bill. And tonight, a very special episode. We're diving down south to the great state of Texas and what bourbon they might have to offer us tonight. Big shout out to Dave Vogel saying thank you, sir, for the sample of the 2023 Garrison Brothers Cowboy Bourbon. And that was a mouthful. Cow, yippee-ki-yay! Let's go wrestle some steers. Garrison Brothers is from Texas, in case you didn't know. This stuff right here is hot, just like the Texas heat. Coming in at 140.9 proof. That's right. It's Hazmat. Yeah, that's not, it's okay, right? But, the heat in Texas imparts a higher flavor into the whiskey, so it's probably all right. Now, it's not all right? The price. $280. $280. Plus tax, might as well call it $300, okay? This better go to the grocery store for me and buy a full week's worth of groceries for that price. Now, there's only like 9,600 of these released, I think. Something like that. So like 9,600 bottles for 2023. I'm sure they'll have it again in the future. So if you missed this year, I don't know. Maybe not worry about it. But here it is. Color. Oh, she's just what we want to see. Look at that color. Now, I did pour up the double oak here for a comparison. But like, color-wise, I think the Cowboys one was darker than their double oak. That's crazy. That's crazy. Let's give it a nosing and see if this cowpoke is worth the ride. It's like cherry, raisins, dates. It's very dark. There's also a little bit of Lumberyard on there. Maybe not Home Depot. Maybe there's like a Lowe's. Oh man, it does smell wonderful. Let's take a sip of this Hazmat beauty. Wow. Whew, she packs a punch. It's pretty hot. It's fairly drying on the mouth. It does deliver like the first taste on the palate you're gonna get is Home Depot lumber. Home Depot lumber right up front. Then it transitions into like cocoa, raisins, plums, a little bit of cherry in there, concentrated cherry. And then you get like a wall of heat and then more of that sweet, delicious flavor to finish it out. So it's a pretty long lasting finish. But I'm not seeing anywhere near 300 doll hairs here. Let's take a second sip. Okay. Ooh. Final thought, it's pretty dang good. The second sip, I got more Lumberyard on there, but I also got more cocoa, some honey on there. If someone gifted me this bottle, I would gladly drink it. But as far as a buyer, I'm out. 300 doll hairs? Get the hell out of here. Cross the Rio Grande back to Nowheresville. Because this juice is not worth the squeeze. Alright, now, how does it compare to the Balmorhea, which is also ridiculous, 180 doll hairs? But it's 100 doll hairs less than the Cowboy. Proof's also less. This is 115 proof, compute 57.5%. Alcohol by volume. I'm not sure this pretty bottle here has an age date, but my guess is around 4 years old, in there somewhere. It's certainly not the 6 that the Cowboys aged. For being, a lot less proofy, the color is right there. Same color. Let's give this one a whiff. It's got like more like a raspberry cherry in with the Lumberyard. Nose isn't worse. It's a little bit different. Very similar, though, to be honest with you, but it's not worse. For 100 doll hairs less, I don't know, nose-wise, pretty dang good. Let's take a sip. Well, look. If you watched my review of this bad boy before, the Balmorhea, I liked it. I thought it was overpriced. I'm still in that realm. I like it. Still overpriced. It's not as good as the Cowboy in the palate. It has a lot of the Home Depot Lumberyard. There's like some chocolate, like double oakiness, woodiness in here as well. It's very good. Doesn't quite have the depth of cherry flavor and like sweetness of the Cowboys. The Cowboys better. If we're going back, the Cowboys better. Is it $100 better? Hell no, it's not. Hell no, it's not, okay? I wouldn't buy either for the price. That's the problem. That's the problem. Now, you're saying, Bourbon Bill, this is very disappointing news. I always wanted a cowboy because I'm a rootin' tootin' cowboy at heart. You know, what could I get instead that might be in this flavor profile, right? Like, I really love that just woody, you know, Texas table varnish heat. You know, what could I get? First thing you could pick up for yourself is a Peerless Double Oak Bourbon. Now, this happens to be a single barrel store pick from Tamar's Discount Liquor in New Jersey. This one is 6 years old. So, oh, what's that? Cowboy Bourbon 6 years? What's this, 6 years? I see this double oaked. This is not from Texas. This is from Kentucky. Proof's a lot lower than 112. So we're talking a massive difference in proof. There's a massive difference in price. This is about $110, $120 hairs a bottle. Well, the store pick anyway. It's in the blue here. Do we like it better than the Cowboy? Wow. I mean, there's a lot of chocolate. A lot of wood, but it's a little bit actually more well-aged wood, and there's like a lot of cherry on here. Back to the Cowboy. Yeah, the Cowboy has this, like, I want to say table varnish, but that seems negative. It's just very Home Depot lumberyard, where like here the wood is a little bit better. Oh yeah, I'm getting like some more well-aged notes on here. Now they're the same age, right? It's crazy. Let's take a sip of the Peerless Double Oak Bourbon. Oh my God, it's so much better. It's so much better. Oh man. The wood comes through far more mature. You know, these are the straight 2x4s at Home Depot right here. These are the crooked ones they got in the pile. This is much better. The woodiness is a little bit more mature. The cherry kind of follows all the way through. There's nice chocolate cocoa notes in here, along with like the barrel char. Delicious. I would actually say the Peerless beats the Cowboy for like less than half the price. Come on. Come on, Garrison Brothers, you pillagers. If you simply must have craft limiteds, what else could give us that woodiness, that plum, you know, cherry, raisin, date flavor? There it is. Kings County Barrel Strength Bourbon. Now, you know I already did a review on this delicious bad boy. This is batch 17. I thought it was a 2024 release, but someone told me this was actually like a December of 2023. So, there might get another batch this year in 2024. But either way, this is the latest batch I think that's been released. Also putting it here in a different blue. In case you lost your memory, this is 66.2% alcohol by volume. Reverse compute, 132.4 proof. Closer. It's closer to the Cowboy. Let's give it a whiff. Oh man, this is all that raisin plum date. Is very dark. Oh man, this is like, if you, I mean, here's a Cowboy. Oh, these are actually very similar, except the Kings County does not have that like table varnish wood note up front. That's the difference. And that's not necessarily a note I want to have. You know, if that's your jam, then by all means, I hope you're rich. You can buy these Garrison Brothers. But if it's not your jam, and you want that like this, the plum, the raisin, the date type of profile, that, you know, maybe a little bit of the cherry, the Kings County is going to be probably a better bet, at least nose-wise for you. Let's take a sip. Good Lord, that's so good. A++ rating for Bourbon Bill. It's mouth coating, just like the Cowboy Bourbon. It's thick. It has all the right flavors. None of the youth flavors. None of the table varnish woody notes. I think it beats this. But let's go back one more time and finish with a sip of the Cowboy. Man, I mean, the Cowboy's good. It's just the price. It's the price. I mean, if you can find a pour in a bar, I wouldn't go try it. It's the best thing Garrison Brothers does, obviously. So go try it. But I just wouldn't spend the $300 on a bottle. I really wouldn't. Unless you try it and you're like, this is the best thing I've ever had. Could be. It could be for you. I think, though, your better bet is to get a Kings County Barrel Strength. Or go get a pick of a Peerless Double Oak Bourbon. Or get a Shelfer. The pick's a little bit older, so they hold up a little bit better. But, both of these options are around $110 hairs. Whereas the Cowboys, $280. $280. It's a lot higher. More than double. If you like what we saw tonight, please like, comment, and hit that subscribe button, everyone. Thank you. Have a great evening.